Hello and good evening, everyone. Hello and good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Praveen Karthikeyan. On behalf of the entire team of Homey Mirror, I would like to wholeheartedly welcome all those members who are online today for attending this session. So, first of all, to start with, Homey Mirror is a platform that has been designed exclusively to promote classical homeopathy. We all know that in India, today there are over 200 homeopathic medical colleges. And from each of these college, every year, lot of students are getting passed out as well. So that definitely shows that we are not lacking in quantity. We are not lacking in strength. We are not lacking in numbers. But unfortunately, despite that, we are also aware that homeopathy is into facing a lot of critics and allegations. These critics and allegations which our system has been facing is not something that has started recently. But ever since the discovery of homeopathy, we have been facing these critics and allegations. I would like to show you some of those critics which we have been facing.
Homeopathy doesn't have a scientific base.
It is just a placebo therapy.
The so-called results that these homeopaths claim are nothing but a placebo effect.
Now, these are the critics and allegation that we have been facing for years together. Unfortunately, despite the fact that homeopathy has so much potential, we have failed to put an end to this critics and allegation. The reason is that, one of the major reason is that today we don't have unity. We are all divided. We have got divided into groups. Somebody is following some methodology, somebody is following other methodology, somebody is following this person, somebody is following that person. So we all have been got divided into groups, because of which we don't have a unity today. And we are busy in fighting among ourselves, claiming that my methodology is the correct one, my methodology is the perfect one. Some people even talk about updating the Organon and philosophy just because they have failed to understand it. Unless we don't have a unity, unless we don't develop a unity, it is not possible for us to progress, neither our system will progress. I hope everybody agrees with that. So the question is, why we don't have unity today? Why there are so many groupisms? Why there are so many different methodologies? Because none of us, or rather majority of us, do not stick with the instructions given in the Organon and philosophy. So when we have not understood something, we tend to do it as we wish. जब कोई चीज हमें समझ में नहीं आती है तो हम अपनी मर्जी जैसे समझ में आए हम वैसे करते हैं. इसीलिए फॉर दैट रीजन देर आर सो मेनी एक्सपीरियंस्ड डॉक्टर्स अंडर द नेम ऑफ क्लिनिकल एक्सपीरियंस, वो अपनी अपनी खिचड़ी परोस रहे हैं on different social media platforms. Under the name of clinical experience, they are serving this kind of different methodologies to the students. The students cannot be blamed as well, because by the time they get passed out, they are in a state of confusion. They are not sure which methodology they should follow. And some methodologies are, or some schools of teachings are very expensive as well, which cannot be afforded by these poor students because already they spend lakhs of rupees to get their degree. And once they have got their degree, again to study so-called modern homeopathy, if they are supposed to spend thousands of rupees, it is practically impossible for them. So those people who can afford to pay, those people who are rich, those people who are financially sound, they go for these expensive courses. But those poor students who desperately want to learn something, they are the people who suffer. And these people who serve these different methodologies, they are not open for any argument. They always feel that whatever I am teaching is the correct one. So because of these differences in understanding, so many groups has been created and our strength has got divided and we lack that unity. And because of this lack of unity, we are giving others a chance to laugh at us and criticize us. Now friends, there are two things that we need to understand. S letter can stand for struggle. S letter can also stand for success. So the choice has to be made by you. Whether you want to struggle throughout your whole life or whether you want to achieve that success in your life. Now, what does struggle mean? I think if you look at those practitioners who are busy in dispensing the patents, tonics, tinctures, multiple remedies, they are in a stage of struggle. Struggle in the sense you will not have financial stability, you will not have enough patience, you will not have consistent results because you don't know. And you have to compromise with your dreams, whatever dreams you might have seen. I think everybody must have dreams, right? Badi gaadi, bada ghar, achhe number of patients, people should call me a good doctor, I should be able to give extraordinary results. These things are not a part of struggle. What is part of struggle then? Part of struggle is financial instability, finding it difficult to get patients, finding it difficult to meet your financial requirements, and that struggle goes on. Success in the sense, good number of patients, your appointments will be booked for next 6 months. People will have to wait for 3, 4, 5 months to get your appointment. You decide how many cases you will see in a day. Other people will wait for your consultation. You have ample earning, you have a luxurious life, you have good financial stability. So this is all what you can achieve if you opt for success. So which S you want to go for? If you just want to struggle, there is one more S, that is survive. वो इन दोनों के बीच में आता है, स्ट्रगल और सक्सेस के बीच में आता है सर्वाइव, मतलब ना घर का ना घाट का. When you dispense the patents, tonics, multiple remedies, tinctures, unnecessarily biochemical combinations, when you depend on the baseless shortcuts and tips that are served to you on social media platform, you don't want to work hard, knowingly or unknowingly, then you end up surviving. Surviving मतलब आपका चल जाएगा गुजारा, but you will not be never be happy. So there are 3 S to choose from: struggle, survive, or success. If you don't want to learn, if you're happy with whatever kind of practice that you are doing, then you will end up surviving or struggling, but you will never achieve success with this kind of practice. Homeopathy, the potential that homeopathy has, it is not created or discovered for giving ordinary results. Homeopathy has been created for giving extraordinary results, where everybody, including the so-called modern system, raise their hand that we cannot cure this case. Homeopathy has the potential to give result even in such cases. That cannot be so easy, right? like the baseless shortcuts that people serve you in social media platform. These kind of extraordinary results cannot be achieved so easily. Just as Hahnemann has mentioned in the footnote of 148 aphorism, 6th edition of Organon, reaching at this minimum is a laborious task, sometimes very laborious. बहुत मेहनत लगती है लेकिन बहुत मजा भी आता है. तो आपको मेहनत नहीं करनी है. You don't want to work hard. You don't know the things. You don't want to know either. You just want to survive. You are surviving at the cost of doing intentional harm to your patients. आप दूसरों को जानबूझ के नुकसान करके अपना पेट भर रहे हो जब आप ऐसे पेटेंट्स, टॉनिक्स, टिंचर्स, मल्टीपल रेमेडीज पे डिपेंड करते हो. I'm not blaming any of those students because I understand what you get from your colleges. I have personally visited 75 colleges in the last 3 or 4 years. And I have seen the situation there. Even myself, I was into a teaching faculty in one of the college from where I resigned. So I very well know. So sorry friends, the climate here is not that good. So sometimes the session may get disconnected, but please be online. We will rejoin back. So what I was saying is that students cannot be blamed for getting into these shortcuts or running after these methodologies because even they need to survive. It's a professional course that they have done and they are supposed to earn their bread and butter from this profession. So what can be done now? This platform has been specifically designed only for those students or those practitioners or those freshers who are showing an interest to learn. Unless you don't learn the things, it is going to be very difficult for you to achieve the success. I think we all are blessed enough to get an opportunity to become doctors, especially homeopaths. Because in homeopathy, we not only cater the physical sufferings of the patient, but we also deal their mental sphere. We understand their emotions. We give them the assurance. We give them the consolation. We give them the counseling whenever required. So it is not just about handling the physical symptoms. We have a holistic approach. But unfortunately, majority of us have failed to understand that, and we end up adopting different methodologies which has no connection or relation with the Organon and philosophy. And that is exactly the reason why homeopathy is struggling. Because the right homeopathy has to go to the common people through homeopaths. And when homeopaths themselves don't have that confidence, how can people be aware of the quality that homeopathy has? So basically, if homeopathy is struggling, we are equally responsible for that. I hope everybody agree with me. So now, what has to be done? The only option is to learn. Now, some people may think that we have already spent 4.5 to 5 years to get our degree. Now, again, start learning is practically impossible. We have our own liabilities, we have our own financial requirements, we have our own needs which we need to fulfill, we need to earn. Friends, if you are seriously interested to learn, 3 or 4 months is more than enough to learn the classical approach, because all those concepts that we study, somehow we have some kind of understanding regarding that. The only question is either we may not have properly understood those things, or we may not know how to apply it clinically. So these are the two things which are lacking in us. Either we have a lack of complete understanding, or we don't know how to apply that knowledge clinically. So in this platform, it's a 6 months clinical training course that we are starting. In this 6 months clinical training program, we will train you to confidently prescribe single medicine, and that too using LM potencies. 6 months is more than enough. In these 6 months, we have divided into two. One is the theoretical classes and then is the clinical sessions. The theoretical classes will go on for 1.5 to 2 months. And the remaining 4 months, we will be giving you complete ample clinical exposure where you will be able to understand how to take the case, how to analyze it, how to do the classification, how to construct the totality, how to do the repertorization, how to select the remedy. Everything we will be giving a complete clinical training on that. I'll come to in detail what we have to offer. But the other thing is that we need to understand what we are supposed to learn. अभी हमें क्या सीखना है? So to start with, what we are supposed to learn. Let me just share my screen. Now, this is what I told about when you define what is struggle. Struggle matlab your clinic will be empty, no patients. You will go into sadness or depression. You may get frustrated. No financial stability. Your wallet will be empty. And if you're dreaming about having a big luxurious car, you may have to end up getting a small or medium-sized bike, which is obviously not your dream. So this is what exactly what I mean when I say struggle. So what is success? This is what success is. Your appointments will be completely full. Patients will be waiting in queue for your appointment. You will have a luxurious life. You will have a big luxurious car and you will have a lot of financial stability. Provided you decide to learn. Now what is to be learned? क्या सीखना है? What we have to learn? Now see friends, we spent 4.5 to 5 years in colleges. During these academic years, for 4.5 5 years, whatever we study plenty of things. We study organon, we study philosophy, we study about miasms, we study about predisposition, we study about susceptibility, we study about classification of symptoms, we study about image of sickness, portrait of disease, we study about individualization, we study the repertorization, we study the totality, so many things we study. And once we get our degree in hand, when it comes to practice, we ignore all these things and we run after those shortcuts and tips that are served to us under the name of clinical experience by many. The fun fact is that under the name of modern homeopathy, whatever we are doing today, so sorry friends, again it got disconnected. So what I was saying is that the fun fact is that whatever we are doing today under the name of modern homeopathy, those methodologies has already been severely criticized and condemned in our literature. हमें पता ही नहीं है. हमें कोई चीज नहीं, कोई मेथोडोलॉजी बताता है तो हम तो सोचते हैं कि अरे वाह ये तो ऑर्गेनल फिलॉसफी में नहीं दिया है. लेकिन आप लोगों को नहीं पता है कि जो मेथोडोलॉजी मॉडर्न होम्योपैथी के नाम पे हम में से बहुत सारे लोग बांट रहे हैं, वो तो ऑलरेडी क्रिटिसाइज किया गया है लिटरेचर में, जो हमें नहीं पता क्योंकि हमने कभी ढंग से पढ़ा ही नहीं है. So we need to learn, friends, because in our profession, we are not playing with any machines. We are playing with the health and life of our patients. So it becomes our moral responsibility to do justice to them. We cannot ignore the hard work that Hahnemann has done in his life. We cannot ignore the hard work Kent and the other pioneers has done in his life. Just because we have failed to understand those things, we are practicing as we wish. मेरी मर्जी, मैं चाहे ये करूं, मैं चाहे वो करूं, मेरी मर्जी. Don't question me. The moment you start questioning them, you get removed, you get blocked, you get personally attacked. This is what these people do. And that is why homeopathy is struggling. Just imagine, friends, you are spending 5 years to learn all those things. Are these things of no use in clinical practice? Then why we are learning these things if only medical knowledge is enough? So somehow we are ignoring our responsibility and playing with the health and life of our patient. If you all believe in God, you should also believe in karmas. Good karmas give you good returns, bad karmas will backfire at you. तो जब आप जानबूझकर, I'm quoting Hahnemann has said that when we have to do with an art whose end is saving human life, any neglect from our end to make ourselves thoroughly masters of it becomes a crime. जब हम ऐसे प्रोफेशन में जुड़ते हैं जहां हमारा उद्देश्य लोगों के जीवन और स्वास्थ्य की रक्षा करना है, किसी भी तरह की लापरवाही हमारी ओर से एक गुनाह बन जाती है। कितने लोग ये गुनाह कर रहे हैं आज? वो लोग जब तक करते रहेंगे जब तक पेशेंट को ये नहीं पता चलेगा कि सिंगल मेडिसिन कॉन्सेप्ट है होम्योपैथी, या फिर होम्योपैथी में परमानेंट क्योर होता है। बेचारों को तो वो भी नहीं पता है। So we are taking advantage of their lack of knowledge and we are fooling them to fill our pocket. कब तक चलेगा ऐसी प्रैक्टिस? और ऐसी प्रैक्टिस से आप कमा भी लोगे तो कमाई का आप करोगे क्या? That money is not going to sustain because that money has been earned in an unethical way. Today, if you are enjoying the privilege of being called as a homeopath, the credit goes to Hahnemann, the credit goes to other pioneers, and we have the moral responsibility to respect and safeguard their discoveries and pass on this legacy to our next generation. So as I said, this platform has been started strictly to generate quality homeopaths so that we can do justice to our system, we can do justice to our patient. Now the question is, what to learn? क्या सीखना है? What are the things that we need to learn? First, we need to understand the basics of organon and philosophy. We will teach you that in this 6 months training program. We need to learn the art of case taking. We will teach you that. We will give you 2 weeks of exclusive clinical training in case taking. We need to learn case analysis to reach at the totality. We will show you with clinical examples how to construct the totality. We need to learn the art of repertorization. Repertorization is also an art. एक कला है repertorization भी. Randomly कोई भी symptoms आप पकड़ के repertory में डाल दो, आपको सिमिलिमम नहीं मिलेगा. Randomly, if you pick few symptoms and put it into the repertory, you are not going to reach at the minimum. Repertorization is an art. That art also we will teach you. Then we need to learn the remedy and potency selection. Most difficult task is potency selection. In this platform, during this 6 months training program, we will teach you how to use LM potencies effectively. Now, there are some other things, apart from those theoretical things, there are other clinical things that you need to learn, for which you also need to have an interest. If you don't have an interest, nobody can teach you. But if you have an interest to learn, give us 6 months time. You need to learn how to take a case properly. What kind of questions need to be asked, how to ask, what to observe, what not to observe, what to take in, what not to take, all these things. How to trace the mental symptoms, it's an art. You need to have good communication skill, how to develop your communication skill, how to handle the patients clinically, how to trace the mental symptoms from them, how to give value to the observed symptoms, कौन सा symptom कितना important है, कैसे इसको value देना है, how to convert the observed symptoms into rubrics. Many a times we get quality information from our patients, but we don't know how to convert it into rubrics. And then because of that, we fail to reach at the minimum. So in this platform, during these 6 months, we have come up with a very innovative idea to teach you the rubrics. I'll come to that. I'll show you some examples as well. Then you need to understand the mind rubrics. Most important. Many of us don't know the meaning of many of the rubrics that is there in the repertory. We absolutely have no idea about many of the rubrics that is there in the repertory. So we need to understand the meanings of those rubrics as well. Now the question is how to learn. कहाँ से सीखेंगे और कैसे सीखेंगे? This platform Homeo Mirror is designed exclusively for that, provided you have an interest to learn. So in this 6 months training program, even if you are standing at zero level, 6 months आपको zero से hero बनाना हमारा काम है. It is our responsibility, provided you attend the sessions daily, you focus on the materials provided, you have showing an interest to learn. Your confidence is going to multiply 100 times in the coming next 2 or 3 months time. Even from day one, your confidence will start multiplying. So now the question is what we are giving you, what we are offering you. We have come with a 6 months clinical training program. In this training program, what are the things that we are going to offer you? We will give you live sessions on theory, Monday to Thursday. Offline recordings will be available. Those who cannot attend the sessions live, for them, offline recordings will be provided. But we will have live theory sessions Monday to Friday, sorry. Followed by, we will have live session on case discussions. So there will be 2 sessions daily. One theory session, which will be followed by the session on case discussion. During the theory session, we will be covering all those topics that I have earlier told, right from the basics of organon till selection of simillimum, we will cover everything. And during the live case discussion, what we are going to do is that we are going to share with you the complete case taking recording. You will get a chance to listen to the complete recording of case taking. And then during the live session, we will analyze those case statement by statement, word by word, rubric by rubric, we will discuss. So there are 2 benefits. One, you will get to know case को लिया कैसे जाता है, how to take the case, because you are listening to the questions. You must have seen that, friends. Today, even a 3-year or 4-year-old child knows how to change the TV channels. They know how to use the mobile. They know how to open the YouTube and play their favorite song. How they have learned it? They have seen their parents doing that in front of them many times, and by seeing only, the best learning happens. So we will be showing you cases after cases, and number of cases we will show you that will help you learn how you are supposed to take a case, how you are supposed to work it out, how we are supposed to select the medicine. So on one side, theory classes will be going on, and on the other side, simultaneously, clinical exposure will also be given. We will have a lot of interactive activities to make the process of learning very interesting and exciting. I'll show you some examples of these activities that we do in our platform, in our coming slides. I'll show you those activities. Then we will share extensive clinical training in case taking. We are going to give 2 weeks, complete 2 weeks, detailed training on case taking. I have an experience of 20 years of practice, friends, and whatever my experience is, we are not going to give you any shortcuts or tips. But for case taking, we will give you some clinical tips which will help you to collect symptoms from the patient, gain the patient's trust, and complete the case taking perfectly. Learn how to use LM potencies. Not too many people use it. What is the advantage of using LM potencies? How to use it, how to start, how to select, everything we will show you. Learn rubrics through AI generated videos. Seeing has more impact on our brain. What we see, if somebody is telling you the story of a movie, you may not like it, you may not find it interesting. When you see that movie, it has more impact. So as far as understanding the rubrics are concerned, we will show you rubrics, how those feelings get reflected in real life. through AI generated animated videos. I'll show you examples of that in this session itself in the coming slides, how we are going to explain it. Now, what we don't offer. We are not going to give you any shortcuts or tips. If you have joined this session expecting that some shortcuts will be shared, some tips will be shared, we will be able to select the remedy in 2 minutes, it's not going to happen. And those people who are misguiding you whether to follow them or not, it is your own choice. If a minimum can be selected in just 2 minutes, what was the need to write Organon? What was the need to write understand philosophy? Miasms. Lot of things has to be understood. Shortcuts doesn't work. So there is no, don't expect any shortcuts or tips to be served in this platform. We are not going to give you those things. We don't serve any new methodology or theory. We don't have any new methodology or theory. Each and every statement that we will be teaching here, each and every content that we will be providing in this platform, that will be strictly in accordance with the Organon and philosophy. No new theories, no new methodologies we have. Don't expect that. We will be strictly giving you the training based on Organon and philosophy. If you believe that nobody is higher than Hahnemann, then his teaching should deserve the highest level. What you have failed to understand, we will try to discuss it in a very simple way with the help of very simple examples. We don't give you spoon feeding. We will not give you spoon feeding, friends. You will have to work. You will have to use your brain. We will just guide you. We will just show you the path. हम सिर्फ रास्ता आपको दिखाएंगे, चलना आपको है. हम आपको बताएंगे कि सिम्टम को वैल्यू कैसे देनी है, केस को वर्कआउट आपको करना है. हम आपको बताएंगे सिमिलिमम कैसे सिलेक्ट किया जाता है, सेलेक्ट आप ही को करना है. जहां आपकी गलती होती है, wherever you are making mistakes, we will discuss and correct those mistakes. But don't expect any spoon feeding. We are not going to give you any spoon feeding here. But we will make this process of learning very interesting, very exciting. जिसमें मजा आएगा, कहते हैं ना सीखने में मजा आना चाहिए, वो मजा आपको इस प्लेटफॉर्म में आएगा. चाहे आपको ऑर्गेनॉन में हो, फिलोसफी में हो, रेपर्टराइजेशन में हो, रूब्रिक्स में हो या मैथमेटिका सीखने में हो, जो मजा आना चाहिए वो मजा इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको आएगा. मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू एंजॉय दैट प्रोसेस ऑफ लर्निंग.
कहने को तो क्या नहीं है मेरे.
We'll come to these activities, friends. I'll show you these
Namaskar.
I'll show you these activities, what all activities we do in our
नमस्कार
platform.
दोस्तों.
But last thing but not the least, now many people may be asking, what is the fees? How much
The rubric.
you are supposed to pay?
Rubric.
Before I tell about what you are supposed to pay to join this platform, let me tell you that, friends, this is not a money-making project for us. And for that reason, we are not going to charge any lump sum amount from you for joining this platform. Still, it cannot be given for free. I'll tell you the reason for that as well. Now, whatever contents that you are going to see, I'll show you that in a while. It takes efforts, time, and money to create those things. Secondly, whatever cases that you are going to see in this platform, whatever cases that you are going to get a chance to listen to that in this platform, those patients are obviously going to get the medication and treatment for free. We are not going to share cases which we have treated 6 months back or 1 year back. We are going to share those live cases with you where the treatment is going on. You may get a chance to listen to a case even before the patient will get his first dose of remedy. And we will share the follow-up as well. Last time when we were conducting a seminar, one student said that, sir, school में तो जो है online course में तो ये होगा, वो होगा, ऐसे कर देंगे, वैसे कर देंगे, सब बताते हैं, लेकिन कोई करके नहीं दिखाता. यहाँ हम आपको करके दिखाएंगे. मतलब you will get a chance to listen to a case and discuss on that case even before the patient has got the remedy. So the follow-up will come. That also will be shared with you all. So it will be a complete transparent process of learning. वरना क्या होता है कि people are very happy to share those cases in which they have got the result, but nobody is bothered to share those cases where they don't get a result. In this platform, no such differentiation will be there. If at all we are not getting a result, we will work together to see where we went wrong. So when you start seeing, the live results, your confidence will improve. You will get a feeling that yes, these things work. And these things work, friends. Our organon and philosophy is not outdated. वो कहते हैं ना कहावत है, नाच ना आवे आंगन टेढ़ा. A bad workman always blames his tools. तो जिन लोगों को ऑर्गेनॉन नहीं समझ में आया, जिन लोगों को फिलोसफी नहीं समझ में आया, खट्टे अंगूर है, चलो उसको क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, अरे आउटडेटेड हो गया है, ऑर्गेनॉन इज आउटडेटेड, फिलोसफी इज आउटडेटेड. नो फ्रेंड्स, इट इज नॉट आउटडेटेड. We will show you that with complete clinical evidence. So on one end, whatever small subscription amount that will be taken from your end will be utilized to create these materials for you. And secondly, it will also be utilized to send medicines to the poor patients. They are giving us good cases to learn. हम लोग जब हॉस्टल में थे ना फ्रेंड्स, when we were in hostel, when we were in college, तो हॉस्टल का खाना बहुत खराब आता था. Very ordinary food we used to get from the hostel. So what we used to do, we used to make a group of 5-6 people. Everybody used to, share 10 or 15 rupees each. And we will collect a good amount and we will get some good curry from outside. And then we used to share it to make this ordinary food extraordinary. And that is exactly what we are doing. We all need to learn. We all lack somewhere. We need to learn. We need to see the things. हमें देखना है पेशेंट्स कैसे क्योर होते हैं, हमें देखना है केस टेकिंग कैसे लिया जाता है, हमें देखना है एलएम पोटेंसिस कैसे वर्क होती है. तो फॉर दैट रीजन वी आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग ए स्मॉल अमाउंट, एंड दैट टू you can be a part of this platform completely free of cost as well. That option is also there. That also I'll tell you how you can enjoy the contents completely free just by paying one-time joining fee for the entire coming months. How you can enjoy it completely free without paying a single rupee, that also I'll tell you. So coming back to the fee structure, for joining for 1 month, what we are going to charge is rupees 500 for 1 month. And in this 1 month, what you are going to get? Minimum 20 theory sessions you will get, 45 minutes each. Minimum 20 case taking sessions you will get, 45 minutes each, which is around in total 40 live sessions you will get, 40 live sessions. You will get access to guess the remedy activity. What is that guess the remedy activity? I'll show you. You will get access to guess the rubric activity. What is that guess the rubric activity? Also, I'll show you. You will get access to rubric crossword activity. What is that rubric crossword activity? I'll show you. You will get access to participate in our weekly game show called Homeo Spin, which we have on every Saturday. I'll show you what that game show is all about and how we unitedly play there a game and learn side by side as well. Now, joining fees for 1 month will be rupees 500. So once that you pay 500 rupees, you can join this platform for 1 month. Now before the next month, if you are referring your friends to join this platform, you will get 100 rupees discount in your monthly subscription for referring one friend who will be joining our platform. So if you are referring one friend and they have joined our platform, next month your monthly subscription will be 400 rupees, not 500. If you are referring 2 friends, they are joining our platform, your monthly subscription from the next month onwards will be rupees 300, not 500. If you are referring 5 friends and they are joining our platform, then you don't need to pay any amount as long as those members whom you have joined are continuing with this platform. Matlab, if you want to access everything free, The option is join by paying 500 rupees. Bring 5 of your friends to join this platform and enjoy all the contents completely free for all the further months. As long as your friends are a part of this platform, you don't have to pay a single rupee. If you don't want to refer, if you don't have any friends, then the monthly subscription will be 500 rupees for you. The more members you bring in, the more discount you get. Minimum 5 friends you bring in, you will get completely free. Now, what if you are bringing 10 friends? If you are bringing in 10 friends, then 5 friends, that is 10 friends in the sense 100 rupees each friend, that is 1000 rupees you will be earning from this platform. 500 will go to the subscription and remaining 500 you will be earning. So if you are bringing in 20 friends, 30 friends to join this platform, as long as those people are staying with this platform, you will be given 100 rupees for each and every member for whom you have joined here. So if you seriously like the sessions that we will be having, if you seriously love the teaching that we are going to give it here, and if you are inviting your friends, then it can also become a source for you to earn as well. The more number of members you bring in, the more money you can earn from this platform every month as well. The reason why we are giving this is because right now our intention is to bring all those quality students under one roof. You can join, see how the sessions are happening, how the classes are happening, does it have the quality or not? And then if you're satisfied, you can definitely bring your friends also. So you will get benefited. You can completely enjoy. If your 5 friends are joining, you can completely enjoy free. As long as those 5 friends are a part of this platform, we will not charge a single rupee from you. Only the initial 500 joining fees you will have to pay. Now then we also have a concept called Ken's Digital Library. That is an optional thing. It is not compulsory for you to subscribe. But if you are going for Ken's Digital Library, it will be rupees 300 per month. What that Ken's Digital Library is, I'll tell you. Now, before I show you the examples of guess the rubric activity, guess the remedy activity, rubric crossword activity, and the homeospin activity, and the digital library, let me tell you how to join. If at all you are interested to join, you have to contact me on this number through WhatsApp. Please note this number. It will be shared in the WhatsApp group as well. You have to send a message to this number. We will share you the joining link, the payment details and everything. So once you have completed the formalities, you will be added into our platform. As far as the new batch is concerned, new batch will immediately start once we have minimum 15 members in a batch. So the moment we have 15 members joined, immediately from the next day, the new batch will start. So now I'll show you. I hope everybody has noted down this number. I'll share it in the WhatsApp group as well. Now I'll show you how these activities work, how you are supposed to get a chance to learn the rubric. First of all, let me start with the guess the rubric activity. In guess the rubric activity, we will share you a video clip through our website. You have to watch that video clip and you have to guess a rubric for it. The right answer, the person giving the right answer will have some prizes as well, some bonus points which can be later converted into prizes. So how that rubric activity would be like, I'll show you an example. Look at this. Be online friends. Now these videos will be shared both in Hindi as well as in English.
कहने को तो क्या नहीं है मेरे पास। एक अच्छा पति दो प्यारे प्यारे बच्चे, बेटी की तरह ख्याल रखने वाले सास ससुर, सब कुछ तो है, पर फिर भी मैं खुश क्यों नहीं हो पा रही हूँ? ये कैसा अकेलापन है जो मुझे इस भीड़ में भी महसूस हो रहा है। पहले तो मेरी दुनिया ऐसी नहीं थी। काश वो दिन वापस आ सकते। कहने को तो क्या नहीं है मेरे पास। एक अच्छा पति, दो प्यारे प्यारे बच्चे, बेटी की तरह ख्याल रखने वाले सास ससुर, सब कुछ तो है, पर फिर भी मैं खुश क्यों नहीं हो पा रही हूँ? ये कैसा अकेलापन है जो मुझे इस भीड़ में भी महसूस हो रहा है। पहले तो मेरी दुनिया ऐसी नहीं थी। काश वो दिन वापस आ सकते।
Now, if you are thinking about desire, company aversion to, or if you're thinking about loneliness, that is not the rubric. There is a specific rubric for these statements that the patient has told, which you have to guess. So the right answers along with the winners, we will be declaring it in the next session. So this is the guess the rubric activity that we do. Now we also have a guess the remedy activity. In guess the remedy activity, what we do is that we share a video in which you have to carefully observe a given character. You have to observe their actions. You have to observe their statements. You have to take out rubrics for their actions and statement. You have to combine it and you have to come up with a remedy for that particular character. So I'll show you an example of how it would look like.
नमस्कार दोस्तों और होम्यो मिरर में आपका स्वागत है। हम आपके लिए फिर एक बार एक मजेदार गतिविधि लेकर आए हैं। इस गतिविधि में आपको एक वीडियो क्लिप दिखाई जाएगी जिसमें दिखाए गए एक कैरेक्टर को आपको ध्यान से ऑब्जर्व करना है, सूटेबल रूब्रिक्स निकालकर उनको जोड़ना है और रेमेडी गेस करनी है। सही जवाब देने वाले पहले एंट्री को 100 बोनस पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे और बाकी सारे राइट एंट्रीज में से एक लकी विनर को 50 बोनस पॉइंट्स। तो चलिए वीडियो को देखते हैं। आप ये किस सोच में आजकल डूबे रहते हो? मैं कुछ दिन से देख रही हूँ कि काफी परेशान लग रहे हो। क्या बात है?
पता नहीं ये सब कब ठीक होगा।
क्या क्या बोल रहे हो?
कुछ नहीं, मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो गया था। क्या कह रही थी तुम?
मैंने पूछा, क्या कोई परेशानी है? काफी दिन से बहुत परेशान लग रहे हो।
हम थोड़ा परेशान तो हूँ, पर तुम्हें बताकर कोई खास फायदा नहीं होने वाला है।
अच्छा वो सब छोड़ो, सुनो, अगले हफ्ते मेरे घर वाले सारे लोग शिमला घूमने जा रहे हैं। हमें भी बुलाया है। मैंने बोल दिया तुमसे बात करके बताता हूँ। चले हम भी, एक चेंज हो जाएगा आपके लिए भी और सबके साथ बहुत मजा भी आएगा।
ऋतु, तुम तो जानती हो मुझे ऐसे ट्रिप्स और गेट टुगेदर्स में जाने का कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। मैं बहुत बोर हो जाता हूँ। तुम ऐसा करो, बच्चों के साथ हो आओ। मुझे नहीं चलना।
भैया ने तो पहले ही बोल दिया था कि तुम मना ही करोगे। आज तक कोई फैमिली फंक्शन में या ट्रिप्स पर तुम गए हो? उनको तो छोड़ो, कम से कम मुझे और बच्चों को लेकर कहीं गए हो?
तुम क्या झगड़ा करने के इरादे से आई हो? जाओ, सो जाओ। एक तो मेरा यहाँ काम में दिल नहीं लग रहा, ऊपर से तुम मेरा दिमाग और खराब कर रही हो।
खाना नहीं खाना है? लगा दूं?
तुम खाकर सो जाओ। मेरा मन नहीं है खाने का।
क्यों, क्या हुआ? भूख नहीं लगी है?
भूख तो लग रही है, पर खाने की इच्छा नहीं हो रही।
अरे विशाल, ये क्या, बैठे बैठे ही सो रहे हो? रिपोर्ट स्टडी कर ली जो बॉस ने बोला था?
नहीं यार, अभी कहाँ। पढ़ने में मन ही नहीं लग रहा है, फोकस नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ और जब भी मैं अकेला होता हूँ पता नहीं क्यों हर बार नींद आ जाती है।
काम में मन क्यों नहीं लग रहा? क्या हुआ?
अब क्या बोलूं, मैं एकदम निराश हो चुका हूं। यहां से जो सैलरी मिलती है उसे तो आधा महीना भी ढंग से नहीं चलता। पता नहीं ऐसा कब तक चलेगा।
तुम साइड में कुछ एक्स्ट्रा इनकम के लिए कुछ प्लान क्यों नहीं कर लेते?
मेरा दिमाग तो एकदम खाली है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, क्या करूं? अच्छा, तुम कल कुछ सुझाव दे रहे थे ना, वो क्या है? मैं भूल गया।
ये लो, कल इतने डिटेल से तुम्हें सब समझाया था और अब कह रहे हो कि भूल गए।
यार, आजकल मेरे साथ काफी बार ऐसा होने लगा है। सुन तो लेता हूं, पर बाद में भूल जाता हूं।
याद रखें, ये गतिविधि सिर्फ रजिस्टर्ड
Now, this is the guess the remedy activity. You have observed a character. You have to carefully, understand his surroundings, his nature, his behavior. Take out rubrics for that, join them together, and come up with a remedy. Very interesting activity. Once you start doing it, you will definitely enjoy it. So apart from this, we have a rubric crossword activity as well. In this rubric crossword activity, what we do is that we give you a crossword. And for each crossword, a video clip will be shared. You have to watch that video clip, take out the rubric for that, and fill that in the crossword. So you have to complete the crossword like that. That is the rubric crossword activity. So I'll show you the demonstration of that as well. I think it's a little lengthy video. So if at all you want to see the demo of the rubric crossword activity, if at all you want to see the Homeospin game show that we have on Saturdays, just message me personally on this number 9778140539. If members are interested to watch it, I will share the videos in the WhatsApp group. Now coming to the digital library, how we explain the rubrics, I want to show you a couple of examples of digital library, how we share, discuss the rubrics, how we explain the rubrics. This explanation will be both in Hindi and English. I'll share you some samples.
Doubtful about soul's welfare refers to a state of uncertainty or concern regarding the well-being or condition of one's soul, often in a spiritual or existential context. Such doubts can lead to introspection and a search for deeper understanding or connection with one's inner self.
What happened, Mahesh? What are you lost in thought about?
Huh. In people's eyes, Mahesh Jidlani is a big business tycoon. Crores in property, bank balance, land, assets, the richest man in the city. But in real life, I might be the poorest.
Even after having so much money, you are saying this.
Money can't buy everything, Lokesh. I have committed many sins in my life, hurt many people's hearts. In the race to earn money, I didn't pay attention to what is good and what is bad. I don't know if my soul will find peace after death or not.
The rubric for this is doubt soul's welfare of. So similarly, this is how we discuss and share the rubrics. I'll share one more example of the rubric egotism. We all know what egotism is. So how we are going to explain that rubric, I'll tell you. I'll show you.
The rubric egotism means considering oneself to be very important or special. Such individuals often think only about themselves and do not care about the feelings or needs of others. In egotism, a person presents their achievements, qualities, or ideas in an exaggerated manner and looks down on others. It is a type of self-centered behavior in which the individual places their self above everything else.
Excuse me, madam. Can I come in?
No, not now. Clear out.
What a proud woman she is. Are we employees or her father's servants?
So this is how we are going to discuss the rubrics as well, friends. So as far as the Humi Mirror platform is concerned, it is going to be a complete package for you if at all you really want to learn what classical homeopathy is, and just give me a minute. Okay, so what I was saying is that this is going to be a complete platform for you if at all you really want to learn classical homeopathy. 6 months is the time for this course, 6 months training program it is. I think it would be definitely worth trying it for just 1 month, and definitely I'm sure that you will all like it if you have serious interest to learn. So those members who are interested to join, they can immediately message me on my WhatsApp number. If they want to see the Homeospin game show, if they want to see the rubric crossword activity, they can also message me. If members are interested, I will share it in the group and you can go through that as well. So whatever feedbacks or whatever comments, whatever doubts or whatever queries you have, you can message on this number and you will be getting the reply for that. So I hope the session was interesting, friends. Keep in mind, friends, होम्योपैथी बच्चों का खेल नहीं है. बहुत मेहनत लगती है, बहुत सीखना पड़ता है. और जब तक आप सीखने की इच्छा नहीं दिखाओगे, कोई आपको सिखा नहीं पाएगा. तो जिन लोगों को सीखने की इच्छा है, वो लोग मैसेज करें. And definitely, we would like to see you all in the coming next batch. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present this concept. And those who are interested to join, they can message me on my WhatsApp number. Thank you and good night to all.